So think of yourself a year ago or 2 years ago. Don't go too far in the past. What was your outcome? Where were you at? And then we're going to talk about the belief and the fear around that you might have had. Maybe it was starting your new business, starting your 5-day challenge. What resonates with you?
Until about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, that's an interesting time because that was right around when COVID was hitting, and I actually was in a pivot. I was in the midst of a pivot. I had been coaching and training on productivity, coaching entrepreneurs on productivity, and I was just transitioning into the podcast realm. I remember in this time of year, I had done a lot of traveling just in the month of January because I went to the funnel hacking event in Nashville. I went to Los Angeles to podcast movement conference, and I remember I went to Atlanta too, and that was in February, and that was the last time I traveled. So, I remember it very well because I was trying to get all of this stuff in order. My goal was to put together a funnel that could draw people into letting me help them do their podcast. And I went to this podcast conference and realized, boy, there's a lot I have to learn. So I remember that time of year very well.
Cool. What was your belief? And I want to acknowledge you, first of all. Thanks for being on the hot seat because I know that's also
Mhm.
can be a little scary. So appreciate you. Um, what was your belief in that moment when the pandemic hit? You had just been traveling. I so relate to you on all of that.
Mhm.
What was your belief about yourself at that time, or a belief about your situation?
Well, I believed I was surrounded by the right people that could show me what I needed to do. I believed that I had knowledge that people needed, and I I didn't necessarily think I had all the tools I needed and to put into place for it. But I figured if I got with those people long enough that I would figure it out in the long run, and I could figure out different ways to go about it. And going to the next one, my fear was that I didn't have the right tools, and my fear was, what was I going to do to separate myself from everyone else? Because I knew I wasn't the only one, doing this. So I had to either make my products different, make my services different, go after different people, something. I knew I had to do something to make mine different, to separate myself from other people. And that was my fear, was I going to be able to do that?
Oh boy, if Lois could spell. All right. How can we differentiate? Would you say also maybe there was a fear of failure?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Fast forward, and I also want to remind you gently that when we get to desired goal, you can choose to either, pick a 12-week year goal, outcome, or you could pick end of year, whatever is best for your brain. So just think
Mhm.
about that. We'll do present, where you're at today, and then we're going to do that either 12-week year or end of 2022 goal at the desired goal, and then build the steps in between.
Mhm.
So where are you at today?
Well, today I have three different tiers for podcasting that I work with for my clients. They're only right now, the ones I have are only on my first tier. Um, I have like I have right now three clients that I'm serving. I had six, but I just lost three. But and it wasn't because of me; it was because they weren't producing podcast content, and they realized, if I'm not producing the content, why am I paying for a service? And so that was that. Um,
Ooh, you did
and
make me think of something. Can I share something really quickly for
sure,
you?
please.
And knowing that Amber knows this, and you have similar businesses, so it's kind of ironic that
Uh,
she went first, and I know you resonated with a lot of what she shared. You guys are looking to retain a lot of your clients, right?
Uh-huh.
Barrett. Okay. So you may want to share a statistic out there and just reminding people that most people start a podcast and quit in like they say it's like 70% of people quit after 90 days.
Yeah.
So you can help them prevent that. So that could be just a nice reminder. But kudos to you. Let's celebrate the 3 clients that you still have though. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, look, one of them was paying me for God knows like at least 10 months. And when I say this, he didn't produce one episode.
Wow, that's interesting. Huh. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
what is your belief currently? And remember, this is just for
Well,
everyone watching. Remind yourself, how does this apply to you?
I
You can write this out, but what is your belief right now?
I believe I'm going to this year. I believe I'm going to actually get more and more clients. I'm going to develop more of a fine-tuned system in acquiring clients and retaining them and actually building them up. So that way that they don't want to go anywhere else, that they want to keep doing it. I'm going to develop a system and I believe I can do that. And I'm excited about that, actually. I'm really excited about that.
So would you say, and please be transparent because this is really, really important. Be as honest as you can. Go with your gut. Whatever your response is to this question is perfect. You said you're excited. Would you say that that is like 100% yes, you're excited, or is there any fear or limiting belief behind that?
Let's see. It's more the only, I guess, limiting. I don't know if it's a limited belief or not, but it's the since I haven't developed it yet, it's just a matter of where are they going to come from? Are they going to come from my lead generation here? Are they going to come from my challenge? Are they going to come from my create your podcast weekend? It's just a matter of where they go. Or they could come from all of them. But it just that's the only thing I'm not certain of. That's the only uncertainty there.
Okay, cool. Well, just so you're aware of it, and I
Mm-hmm.
like to put a little extra on there just so because you remember what Amber went through. This is important
Mm-hmm.
for when we do that 5-minute exercise with your eyes closed. So I just put excited and some uncertainty. Does that feel okay to you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Next is your 12-week year goal or end of 2022 goal. You pick what is your specific and measurable outcome.
My I guess the 12 year goal is have 30 clients, have 30 podcast clients. And that is, and my plan is to generate it from my doing my challenges. I want to do a challenge every month and draw people. And I'm also doing a virtual summit, which is launching in February. It's going to just draw more people to the challenge. So once I get them there, I what I've done, I created a high ticket item in the challenge, but I also have it for those that don't feel they qualify for that. There's a down sell that takes them through podcasts.
Awesome. 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 I just want to acknowledge, and this is going to be something that we talk about in the next class, is we're unpacking that one big lead generation strategy that
Mm-hmm.
anchors your monthly numbers, your monthly, how many leads you're generating, how many sales calls you're producing, how many sales then of course are coming through that. So I love that you are all in on your monthly challenges. So what is your belief about that?
Well, my belief is that it's going to grow. As the more I do it, it's going to grow because I'm seeing the interest grow. Just in from what I've learned from you and setting up these calls with people, a lot of them said, "Hey, let me know. I want to go." So, actually, today is the day I'm putting my tickets on sale for it. So, a lot of people have said they were interested. So, I've got emails going out to people to find out who's really interested. And but I can see the interest growing. And I know it's not. I mean, I don't expect the first one to have like hundreds of people, but I see it growing to that. And that's the one thing I'm excited about. I believe that it's going to grow, and when it grows, I'm going to get clients out of it.
Do you want to say anything along the lines of, and you're talking about your monthly challenges? your
Yes.
belief or your business specifically? I want to make sure I
Oh,
put
I
that.
thought you were asking about the challenge.
Well, it supports this. You have
Hmm.
created or produced, acquired 30 podcasting clients that were generated through your monthly.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as far as the belief in that, yeah, I mean, I believe that's where I'm going to be getting a lot of them from the challenge. When I said that, that was my belief, that I would be getting 30. Because in order for it to happen in the next in a 12-week period, I think a lot of them are going to be coming from the challenge, and of course from my posting, but a lot of it's going to be coming from the challenge.
Okay, cool. So what I'm hearing as your coach, I'm just going to mirror back. So you own this and have like a almost like a positive goal statement or affirmation that supports the end goal. I believe my consistency is key in attracting these amazing 30 clients. Would you say that is a good summary, or what is the best way to say that?
I like that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then and this is a feeling. Remember, I wish I could change the words on here. You can have the fear, but we want to get into alignment and have more of the feeling, the emotion that can help drive us. What is your feeling that you have about when you have reached that 30 podcasting clients? How do you believe you're feeling, and how do you feel about that?
Accomplished. I feel accomplished, not complete, but accomplished. Feeling that I have done something that I could put a stamp on that. It's one of those things that once I have 30 clients, it makes me stand a little taller. I would say, if it makes me stand a little taller,
Uh,
it makes because when I talk to other people now, I can say, hey, look, my program, we have all these, I can show them all of these shows that we have. And when people see that, it makes them want to be a part. Nope, it's one of those things that, no one wants to be left out of something that's growing. So I would then I can show that, and it would make me feel, stick my chest out a little more, and I can talk to people about what I'm doing, and it makes me feel accomplished. But like I said, not complete, but accomplished.
that's awesome. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So now, what is one step from, and it could be one of your other 12-week year goals that's going to, if you wanted to say, this is just an idea or an example, but
Mm-hmm.
you come up with what's best. If you look at your 12-week year tactics,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's how many people are you having sign up for your monthly challenge could be one step. It could be anything, but it's got to be specific and measurable.
Okay. Let's see. Um, I would say have 5 people sign up per week for the challenge, for the next challenge.
So that would be 20 per month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What belief do you want to have within that will drive that outcome? Like, it's examples, just again, for those of you who are playing along. Um, I can do it. This is easy and effortless, and things like that.
Well, I mean, I believe I just stay consistent. Really, as long as I stay consistent, I can do that because, just from what I've learned from you so far, I can see the growth in the number of people I get to talk to. And now that I'm talking to more people, I can really just direct them towards it. And a lot of them, I've found a lot of people are showing some interest.
Awesome. Love it. What's your feeling? And again, if you have a fear, I'm not telling you which one, but
Mhm.
either way, or a little bit of both. What is your feeling or fear?
Um, that I just won't reach that number. They won't reach that number. It's not a matter that I won't get anyone. It's just I won't reach that number. That's the fear.
Okay. All right. Next step. Sorry, I had to move upstairs, so you might be hearing some background noises from time to time.
Uh,
Um, what would be the next step that's specific and measurable?
Let's see. Um, Already following up. Yeah. Well, no, doing 5 bait posts per week.
And let's throw something into that. Let's say 5 8 posts per week, attracting either X amount of leads or
Okay.
leading to
Okay.
X amount of sales calls.
Okay. 5 bait posts per week, attracting 20 leads, leading to at least 10 sales calls.
And I always like to leave room for more. So I'm gonna actually say
Okay.
20 or more leads leading to 10 or more sales calls per week. Does that sound
Okay.
good?
Yeah.
And make sure we'll do the same thing with you that we did with Amber. I unfortunately can't save this and
Yeah.
send it to you, so you're going to want to hopefully either A, writing this down, or you can do a screenshot at the end.
Yeah. I'll do that.
So what is your belief to accomplishing that?
Uh, back, back again to consistency. I notice when I do the bait posts consistently, I do get something. Some of them get nothing. Some of them get nothing, but that's the it's like fishing with bait. Sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't.
That's a great analogy. I hope everyone heard that and remembers that and go, oh yeah, if I'm only doing one bait post a week, guess what? Not gonna,
Yeah.
not if
And I get that too, because sometimes when you do one, and especially if it's the first one and it gets nothing, you think, God, this isn't working. But you just gotta do it again and try a different way or something, or even try a different social media format. And so I just gotta be consistent with it, whether it be and do video or text, whatever. But I just need to be consistent with it because I noticed it does work.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Consistency is the word of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a feeling this time. Let's really, what is your feeling when you've accomplished that? Are you excited? Are you uh, jazzed? Are you inspired? How are you feeling when you're getting those 20 more leads every week and 10 or more sales calls weekly?
I'm feeling a fun type of busy.
Fun.
It's like I'm busy calling these people, but it's fun because I know things are working.
I'm also saying I feel energized when you say that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You say that
But I also
too?
have to go back to what you were saying at the top of the call, which is I I can't let that suck me in and make me think that I don't have to stay consistent with it. I have to stay consistent with it to keep it going. Activity is the key.
Yeah. It's sad but true, even in the pandemic, because I'm not watching the news and like commercials and stuff. I forget about certain restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing, right? People have a lot of life happening. They're not going to remember you without your consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So I said fun type of busy, energizing, and living your passion through your service. But does that resonate with you? Because I see that in you.
Say it one more time.
Fun type of busy, it's energizing and living your passion through your service.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and quickly, if we can, because I do want to make sure we leave it, give you enough time to go through the alignment exercise, but then also open it up for questions. What really fun, like if you remember Amber using her as an example, one of her outcomes was to buy um, ugh, Airstream. Yeah, an Airstream travel trailer and be traveling all over, having fun. It could be a personal thing. It could be, are you speaking on stages? Anything that really gets your heart fired up.
Wow, that could be a lot. Um, Travel is one thing I love. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be able just to travel the world, and also do a lot of work in other underdeveloped countries to try to help them to develop um, more things in the media realm as well. Also, Yeah, you hit on something there. Um,
We
also,
can do two. Remember, you have two future outcomes, so you just tell
okay,
me
okay,
how to
okay,
separate them.
cool, cool.
Do you want to share the other one? Do you want to because we can do
Well, and I want to have it so that my business can fund me in other business ventures. One of the things I want to do is buy mobile home parks, and that's something that it will allow me to do.
ah awesome. How about you tell me funding other business ventures, or should I say just having the freedom to fund other business?
There you go.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go back to traveling the world and helping underdeveloped countries.
Hmm.
Do you want me to keep the media part on there? I added that. I was just
No,
typing.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. What what is your belief around that that gets you?
Well, I have a very strong belief in that. Because I was working with the king, I just had a call with him Saturday, and that's what he wants me to do in Ghana. He wants me to come and bring in some media education to the people. He wants me to teach in some of the schools, and he actually wants me to help with some of the things and bring a more civil-minded media as opposed to sensationalism in media over there. So this is what he wants. He's actually helped. He wants to put together an initiative for me to do that. So I have a strong belief that's going to happen.
Awesome. Well, and I was going to say, okay, I'm just going to say this. You tell me what I'm picking up on um, is that it's going to change the world. It's going to change Ghana.
That's my goal. I want to leave my footprint on this world.
Awesome. How are you feeling? How does that feel in your heart, your body, your mind? What comes up for you?
Well, I mean, it's a bit overwhelming because it's nothing I it it's kind of come out of nowhere, but I mean, it's great to have someone believe in you that much that they want to include you in changing the world. And to be honest with you, it's something I prayed for. So it's always weird when it's something you prayed for and then it happens. You're like, whoa, but it's here. It's overwhelming, but I'm like thrilled. I'm honored more than anything. I'm just so honored that I'm going to be in a position because I never told this, but he actually wants me to be one of his world advisors.
That's
So, like,
amazing.
right, this is like I'm like me. So, so he wants me to be one of his world advisors. So it's like this is just yeah, it's something. It's definitely overwhelming. That's the word I can say.
Well, I'd like to throw this out there because remember we're wanting to recode and help you step into your genius and own your greatness, own your
Mhm,
truth. And every time you talk about Ghana and this king, you light up. Okay, and
mhm.
so I want to suggest that you are worthy
Thank
um,
you,
of changing the world.
thank you. Yeah, and
And
it's funny you said that. Earlier today, I talked to a friend who wants to bring me on to help her with some of her business stuff. And she kept talking about how brilliant I am, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She said, "No, I mean it. You really are." And sometimes I had to say, "You know what? I need to just accept that."
100%, because that's the thing that this is all of the heart of this again, just remembering you guys, you're born perfect, whole, and complete.
Hmm.
Just life, as Rocky says in the movie Rocky Balboa, life kind of hits you hard, maybe a few thousand times, and you forget about that the world is your oyster. You are here
Hmm.
for a purpose, your vocation, and your financial, creation of abundance, whatever that is for you. Everyone's got a different way of looking at it.
Hmm.
But you're here to leave a footprint. I truly believe that. So it's
Hmm.
about coming back to that and owning that. And that's what this exercise, just reminding everyone, is meant to do, is to bring you back to that belief every single day.
I agree.
No matter how many no's you heard, how many, people might have been rude to you on social media, because yes, we've talked about that. That happens. You can have people hang up on you or say things on the phone even, and you're not expecting it, and whoa, right? So anyway, I just wanted to remind people of the importance of that. So having the freedom to fund other business ventures, what do you want to believe about that?
I believe that I can get into this a class on this mobile home park that I've been wanting to get in for like over a year now. So I can believe I can get into that. That's one of the things that has got to happen for me this year, because it's going to act. Once I get into class, I can learn all the things I can do that can make things easier for me to start doing what I've been saying I want to do for years.
How does that sound? I believe that I can learn how to do this with ease. I've got this.
Hmm.
And how are you feeling? Again, we want to step into that in your body. We'll be doing that in the exercise here in just a minute.
Hmm.
How do you feel when you've reached this? You know how to do this. You've got it. You're doing it.
Free.
Cool. Awesome. Little cheesy, but you got Braveheart, Mel Gibson, whether you like him or not as an actor or person, doesn't matter. You always think of Braveheart and when he's yelling freedom at the end of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to add before we have you go through the exercise?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. So just letting everyone know, reminding you, because maybe if you weren't here for the last time when Amber did it, I'm going to have Barrett close his eyes, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, make sure you don't have anything in your hands also, Barrett. And you all can do this on your own time. And I will tell you, Blake, I'll have you do it next Tuesday. I'll have you do it live next Tuesday, but any one of you can do this on your own. And even just, again, it only takes 5 minutes. Once you go through this process and, leveraging your 12-week year goals and having this be part of your morning routine, exactly what we're going to do right now. So make sure you're muted or don't make any noise. So Barrett, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so go ahead and close your eyes and just take a couple, deep like inhales and exhales just to cleanse your breath and kind of calm your heart rate a little bit, cleanse your mind a little bit. And I want you to think about where you're at today. We'll start in the present moment where you have three different programs or offerings for your clients. And right now you have three amazing clients and you're so grateful. Believe that you can develop a fine-tuned system in client acquisition and retention this year, and that you're going to be gaining even more clients as a result of that. You're excited about this, but there is some uncertainty. Feel that excitement and uncertainty. Feel that in your body right now. Even visualizing those three clients, if you see their faces, smile inside. Then I want you to step forward into where you have achieved in the future 30 podcasting clients. So that's an amazing, amazing leap that you've created after generating those monthly challenges. You were consistent. Feel how you feel right now in this moment. Feel in your body and your heart and your mind how consistent you were in attracting those amazing clients. Feeling accomplished, standing taller, your posture physically, mentally, spiritually. You're really living in your genius and you're so excited to be serving these people with passion, grace, and wisdom and brilliance. Now, you may also notice, because that's, going from 3 to 30, let's be honest, there's probably some tension. I want you to feel that tension Tension is healthy. It's kind of like that rubber band. If you imagine like you're holding a rubber band in your hand and you're feeling it, one hand on the back piece of the rubber band, and then putting that front hand forward, pulling and feel that tension. It may feel a little uncomfortable. It may feel maybe a little exciting. Maybe there's a little fear and uncertainty in that tension, but I want you to feel that. Just feel it in your body right now. And I want you to actually feel grateful for that tension. Recognize it. It's like a stretch goal, right? Anything that stretches you, challenges you, will change you. And you are here for a purpose. And thank that tension. Now we're going to take a step back. Again, it's all about perception. And look back into your past and where you've come since 2020, where you were first starting off the year, you were traveling all over, you were in Atlanta, you went to LA, you were pivoting into podcasting, really absorbing a lot of knowledge. You were surrounded by a lot of right people. You knew you believed you had great knowledge to share as a result of all this, but not quite all the tools. You're thinking to yourself, how can I differentiate myself? How can I set myself apart from the crowd? You had that fear of failure. Feel that also. Feel that fear of failure. And then jumping back to the present where you now are today, January 18th, you have 3 clients, 3 amazing clients, retaining clients that keep bringing in income every month. You have your 3 offers. You have lead generating tools. You're developing that consistent fine-tuned system with your client acquisition, your challenges, retention. And I want this present Barrett to actually look back at that past and thank that person 2 years ago that started out not knowing if they had all the tools, not knowing how you could differentiate yourself, and think how far you have come. Feel the gratitude, feel the excitement, knowing that that past version of yourself had to exist in order for you to be where you are at today. Knowing that there was creative tension to create the results that you have today. Just like we went through this last experience where you looked in the future, there was that creative tension. Creating something from nothing can be scary, but oh my gosh, you've already done it. Feel the gratitude, the excitement. Now we're going to go ahead into one step into the future. You have 5 people signing up per week for your 5-day challenge. Feel how that feels. You got 20 new people to serve, to talk to have as opportunities to grow your business and to be a light to other people, make a difference in their lives, pouring into them through your challenge. And you believe as long as I'm consistent, man, I can see steady growth with ease. People are falling into my challenge. I've been so consistent. And yet honoring that fear that's still there driving you each and every day to be consistent, quite honestly. Fear can be your friend, right? Because you're not so sure. You might fall short of that number. What if I don't reach that number? Feel what that feels like. And then go back into where you're at today and where you're at with your 3 clients. You're developing this system that's going to lead to the next step of seeing steady growth, the next step of having 5 people sign up per week, 20 per month into your 5-day challenge. And thank yourself for today, where you're at and how you got there, how you created that, and how you are creating that. Have gratitude, feeling that creative tension, feeling that excitement, feeling that fear, but doing it anyway, as John Maxwell would say, failing forward. You can only create consistency by failing, actually. And by having consistency, that's where you're going to create that system that will save you so much stress, time, energy, and make you so much more money and help you serve so many more people. Now let's take a step back, or a step forward, sorry, to step number 2. where you're doing consistently your 5 bait posts per week, attracting 20 or more leads, which lead to 10 or more sales calls every single week. And this has happened because you believe that when you do bait posts consistently every week, 5 per week, I attract these numbers consistently with ease. It's happening. Feel that. It's a fun type of busy. You are energized and living your passion through your service, through your conversations, through your 5 day challenges because of those bait posts that led to all of those leads. Feel that busy, fun energy just pulsing through your body, through your heart, through your cells, and be grateful. Thank that version of yourself. Then really quickly go back, think about step 1, that person who is having 5 people sign up or 20 per month for your 5 day challenge. Thinking about that fear that you felt, but because you were consistent, you kept going, you kept moving forward, you didn't stop. Thank that person, go back to where you're at today, thank yourself, again, reminding yourself you did it, you have those 3 clients, you're building the system, you're excited and moving forward. Then leapfrog one more time to your desired goal of those 30 podcasting clients. I want you to visualize seeing 30 people paying you every month. Maybe you're seeing your bank account grow. Maybe you're seeing more smiles on people's faces. People who are actually succeeding at podcasting. Oh my gosh, it's possible. And it was because of you reaching out to them consistently. And now because your consistency was so key, you attracted these amazing people who love you, who are referring you, bringing you more people. You're feeling accomplished and you're standing taller again. Say thank you to that future version of yourself. Then, as we wrap it up, we want to go out even further into the future where you're traveling the world, helping underdeveloped countries with media. You and the king in Ghana and all these other countries, you're connected. You are well known and you're traveling. People are asking you to come to their country to help. You are worthy of changing the world. Own that. Feel that. Knowing that you're leaving your footprint on this planet, humanity, impacting people that you don't even know. You got people who are having better lives as a result of you taking a leap and creating something out of nothing and having the freedom, financial freedom to travel the world and create that for other people. You're thrilled, you're honored, maybe a little overwhelmed too, which sounds about right, but it feels good. Thank that version of yourself. Feel that excitement and thrilled feeling in your body, your cells, your mind, your spirit. See all of those people in those countries that you're impacting. And then, last but not least, you're having the freedom to fund other business ventures. Believe that you can learn how to do this with ease. You've got this, and you're feeling free more than ever. And thank that future version of yourself that created something out of nothing that you did with your superconscious, your connection and belief in yourself. I'm going to go ahead and bring you back to the here and now. I went a little longer, but I would love for you to, take maybe one last deep breath in and out, and then open your eyes and share how you're feeling. And then I'll open it up for quick questions.
I am feeling very grateful. I'm feeling very grateful. It's some of the things that we take for granted, and so I'm just grateful for the blessings that I have in my life because it kind of just makes you aware of some of the things you have around you that they may not be what you wanted or how you wanted them, but they are there to help you to grow, and so I'm grateful.
Awesome. Awesome. And definitely you'll want to listen to this again. And do you see how maybe this might help if you did even just like 3-minute version, 5-minute every day before you started your lead generation process?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Absolutely. So
Thank you.
amazing day, guys. Go out and be amazing and, treat yourself with kindness and others,